After midnight hammer, they were warned to make no future attempts to rebuild their weapons program, and in particular, nuclear weapons. Yet they continue, starting it all over. We are in negotiations with them. They want to make a deal, but we haven't heard those secret words. We will never have a nuclear weapon.
Okay, so President Trump doubling down in his address last night that Iran cannot have nuclear weapons as part of any deal with the U.S. This as negotiators from both countries are set to resume their talks tomorrow. Our chief foreign correspondent, Trey Yingst, is live in Tel Aviv with much more on this. Hi, Trey.
Aisha, good morning. Overnight, at least a dozen U.S. F-22 fighter jets landed here in Israel as part of the ongoing military buildup across the region. We know these planes are normally stationed in the United Kingdom, and they have now arrived in Israel. At sea, the USS Gerald R. Ford aircraft carrier is making its way to the eastern Mediterranean in preparation for possible conflict with Iran. And while the U.S. prepares for war, President Trump, in his State of the Union address, once again reiterated his preference for peace.
My preference is to solve this problem through diplomacy. But one thing is certain, I will never allow the world's #1 sponsor of terror, which they are by far, to have a nuclear weapon. Can't let that happen.
With nuclear talks set to resume tomorrow in Geneva, Switzerland, Iran's foreign minister put out a statement overnight saying in part, quote, "Our fundamental convictions are crystal clear. Iran will under no circumstances ever develop a nuclear weapon. Neither will we Iranians ever forgo our right to harness the dividends of peaceful nuclear technology for our people." And while diplomatic efforts continue, so did the war games in the Persian Gulf, with new Iranian drills being conducted this week.
All units across various capabilities, including missile, artillery, drone, special forces, armored and mechanized forces, have designed very effective measures. These plans have been developed based on existing threats.
These talks tomorrow in Geneva, Switzerland, are seen by some analysts as a last-ditch effort to reach an agreement or enter into a direct conflict. Aisha?
Hey, Trey Yingst live for us out of Tel Aviv. Trey, thank you very much. Bill, a lot of folks came out last night from that Senate briefing feeling like this is an ominous moment.
Yeah, we've been reminding our viewers all week about the state of play here for the geography with Iran. It really has a bullseye on it right now. Whether or not the U.S. takes action, we don't know. But it sure kind of looks like it a little bit when you look at the assets and where the U.S. military is building up. Everything you see here in yellow is a Navy ship. Everything here in red in Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Oman. That's a U.S. military base in the Middle East. In addition to that, you've got, well, just in the past 48 hours, there were F-22s flown into Israel as well. So all those aircraft are well within striking distance of Iran. In the water, on the sea, you've got U.S. naval assets. And just look at this. The president calls it Armada. He's right about that. When you look at everything that's lined up between the Persian Gulf and the Arabian Sea and here in the eastern Mediterranean. So we don't know if it'll happen or not as we'll move back over here to Aisha. And you were talking about this meeting that Secretary of State Marco Rubio had yesterday with the Gang of Eight. All right, that's, behind closed doors, it's top secret stuff. And when the Democratic senators came out, I mean, they were quite concerned, I think, is the expression that we were talking about a bit earlier today.
Yeah, and I thought it was interesting. They said, well, the president has to now make a case to the American people. They didn't say the president has to make a case to Congress, which makes you wonder what that is about.
All right, well, we're watching, and we'll see whether or not it happens.
Want even more Fox News on YouTube? Become a Fox News Patriot today. Click join to find out how.